What's going on, Dragon Brawlers? Welcome back to another episode of Saiyan Showdown Graded. I am Scott Seven, your guild master here for Players Guild, joined by Lucky Smith. How are you doing, sir?
I am perfectly at peace. I am zen. No one is annoying me. I am fine.
I thought you were going to be like, I am Zena-sama. And I'd be like, that's really cool. Because we're talking about U6. I mean, we're talking about blue, but it's mainly U6 today.
Is there
I'm so excited to get
anything
into
that's
this one.
not U6?
Pardon?
Is there anything that's not U6?
Guess we'll find out when we go through graded. What is graded for those who do not know?
So graded is our thingamajig, our series.
Yeah.
Where we go through the cards by color. So we go red, blue, green, yellow, black, because black is a color, and multicolor. Then we round it all nice up as a whole product with the promos and secrets. And we give it a grade between F and S. We, based on thematics, mechanics, and general feel, we grade how good the product feels and what do we think about it.
Yeah. And if you want to see a more in-depth breakdown of each individual card, go back and check out our reaction series to when they're first revealed. This is us just going kind of over them, talking about them in scope of now that we've seen all of the cards in the set. And yeah, just going further into it. So let's start off with Cabba, which has one of my favourite Awaken artworks we have seen in this game. It's so cool. I love Cabba.
It's a nice throwback there to that Champa portrait from the fight where Cabba and Vegeta met.
Even in the background, you can see the brackets. Like,
Yeah,
it's just it's
nice
everything to
detail.
me. It's everything to me. And the card's pretty good too. I think it's a way of utilizing counter play this card type skills in a different way than what we've seen them used before.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I just think it's a very interesting take on not mono blue arrival because that's not what it is, but I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this Cabba strategy.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
mean,
I mean,
it is an interesting. It definitely plays itself to being able to do more and more during your opponent's turn. I'll give it that.
yeah. I mean, like, because a lot of it is like as long as you're playing the blue, like, so it's not mono blue, so blue yellow is still viable. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much potential here with this Cabba, and U6 just has a great arsenal in blue and yellow, so
Yeah,
it's
the blue
nice.
yellow deck from set 7 was ridiculous. I played it for a short while.
Exactly. So there's a lot of potential here with Cabba. So I'm very excited to see that the leader kind of lives up to that hype. uh, but then we have a very interesting leader, and
Yeah, Kale. For me, Kale sounds really interesting, but you need to see very specific cards for her.
yeah, I think what two, three cards
Yeah,
exist
2 cards,
currently.
I think it is.
But yeah, so Kale, very interesting in concept. She's a ramp deck. Um, but she ramps really weirdly. But she's also like a subversive Patara deck as well. Like
Yeah.
it's weird, but I like it. I like it quite a lot actually. Um, Especially on her Awaken side, she has that active battle, which it's
Which can, for one battle, make her huge once per turn with no cost.
right. Like you're not getting rid of the cards underneath it. It
You just needed to invest to get the cards underneath her.
exactly. So I think she is a leader to watch because I mean, not only is she U6, an alien, and a Saiyan in blue, um, I think she's just something that we could pay attention to as they introduce more cards. And I think they were very, what's the word? Aware of what ramp can do, and were
I
very,
mean, we had our problems with ramp in the past, right? Porunga was the biggest,
yeah,
the
yeah,
biggest thing to show that, and SS3 Goku.
yeah, exactly. So they've been careful. It's not like it's underpowered. It's not like it's overpowered. But I think hopefully in future we can see this expanded upon, and then I think Kale could be really something special.
I would
Um,
like to see it expanded on either in expansion set or in anniversary box.
Yeah,
I think those would be good spots for it to get more cards.
this leader is perfect for anniversary spot support.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then probably one of the best unisons we've seen in the Unison Warrior series. Hit Battlefield Manipulator. It just looks fantastic in both arts. Which, if you go check out my box opening for that Bandai sent me, I pulled one and I still can't believe how good it looks. I love the cracked ice time skip like aesthetic. I think it's genius, honestly. Whoever came up with that, fantastic. It's amazing for Arrival. It's amazing in just blue or U6 decks.
The blue Arrival cards are generally really good. Like the blue, sorry, not blue Arrival cards. The Goku hit is really, really good.
yeah. Which, yeah, that's a card that's definitely intended to be here. The fact that you just draw a card for a +1, it's not amazing, Seal, but it's a +1 and you get a draw card, an extra card of 10. Like, it's cool. And then just the minus effect of this guy, the fact that it's not just U6. I feel like they should have just made this a U6 card effect.
This is a trick for hit from set 7, isn't it? The yellow hit.
Yeah, flipping them back onto their unawakened side. I love it.
It might be very problematic that they put it in blue.
Like, it should have been if your leader is a U6. I strongly...
Yeah.
I strongly feel that way. But thankfully, if it does become a problem, they can error it to that.
Can you imagine this in Soul Striker Reborn, for example?
I think that's the common consensus right now is like, this card is awesome and great. You've made it a bit too generic.
Yeah, because you pay 2, you remove a marker, then during your opponent's turn, if they decide to attack, you just arrival something and get that marker back.
Yeah.
And then your Goku hit is essentially a double blocker.
Exactly. So I love the card. Do not get me wrong. Great card. I think we just need to...
And a lot of leaders depend on being awakened right now with their powerful skills. Like, can you imagine unawakening that Kale?
Yeah, that'd be quite funny. And like, the only case for not wanting to unawaken a card is against the Surge leader, and Cell Surge is quite popular at the moment. But even then, right, if you're gonna go in for the kill, minusing the power by 5k is quite a huge difference.
Yeah.
So I know people are like, oh well, yeah, obviously don't do it against Cell Surge, but it's like, mate, if you got a kill turn coming, like forcing them to combo every time you swing with a 15k, it's not nothing.
As far as I know, Surge Awaken is not the same thing as Awaken. So if you do this, they can Surge Awaken the same turn.
Ah, that's true.
It doesn't even minus 5k power.
Ah, okay, maybe not then. Okay, ignore that part. Yeah, so don't do it against Surge leaders. Don't do that. Then again, they can't. No, just don't do it against Surge leaders. It's a bad idea. And then the SPR, which I'm really hoping I can pull. I mean, I'm getting 2 cases of it. I should be able to pull at least one copy of this card in SPR. Khalifa SPR, SPR? Unison? That's what she is, Scott. This is one of the cards that works with going underneath kill, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for -3, you can place this card under your leader, and then you play Kefla with 30,000 power or less from your deck and shuffle your deck.
I love that it's from your deck. I wish it was deck or hand. Just as a ease of playing something. But the fact, like, this is what I mean when it's like a pseudo Patara deck, because you're putting a Khalifa under kill.
Under your tail, yeah.
And so for me, as someone who very much likes when the cards embody what you're doing, like, it's just such a cool little concept. Also, this card looks amazing in foil.
It is very peculiar card. I think it's the first time we have seen a unison that wants to remove itself from board.
Yeah, you did point out though it has to be at 4 markers to do this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's at 3 markers, you remove 3 markers before you can put it underneath. It's gone.
Yeah.
But between paying the cost and resolving the scale, there is a checkpoint. The unison is gone. You can't put it underneath, so you can't play the Kefla.
Yeah. So just be aware of that, folks. But you are a ramp deck, so that's kind of why it's saying
If you have 5 or
Yeah.
more energy, it checks your energy, not your opponent's, which is good.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Then we have Champa, which I really think this is an interesting card. I just don't think we'll see a lot of play from it, sadly.
I mean, 2-drop negate an attack, 19k double striker. I think we will see it. I think the biggest problem is that it's a 1-cost 10k combo.
That's the problem. That right there is the problem. If it had the Fairy and Destruction Champion effect, I would be more inclined to be like, oh, that's great, but then it might be a bit too strong. So it's...
Even if it just said for you 6, right?
Oh, that would have been actually a really nice fix. Shame. Almost great card. Just that 110 kind of killed its playability, sadly. But something that doesn't have the 110... And
I mean, sorry. Before we move on, isn't it why leader Cabba can combo with a U6 from your drop to go around that?
Maybe. Yeah, could potentially. Yeah, so getting a 10 kick.
Yeah. So you don't only depend on your super combo, so you can actually play a super combo that's not U6 to still get a 10k combo if your leader skill.
Okay, all right, that actually might be a thing. So I'll give you that. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm still not running it in my deck though. Then we get Vados on time, which I love because it's essentially in this deck it's a 1-drop. Well, in Cabba it's a 1-drop. No. If you're playing it for or less, you don't play it. I like it. I like it. It's Vados. And it's 0/5, so it's not clogged in your hand.
Yes, it's a dual attacker. It's 19k. It has very good stats for what it is.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. It's a decent card in Cabba.
Yeah. Which, that's all I could ask for.
Actually, it's also a decent card in Baby.
Oh.
Because it gives them additional attacker, right?
Yeah. Okay. Didn't really think about Baby. I kind of just forget Blue Baby's a thing.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't because it's like it was prevalent, but then Proud Zenith Cabba, which this card is
I haven't
so
seen
weird.
this card. I somehow missed this card.
This card is really weird. Like I think it's really good, but it seems like everyone disagrees with me.
So when this card is played, choose 1. If it's your turn, you draw 2 cards. If it's your opponent's turn, play... Well, you can play during your opponent's turn. Okay. Place up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards with cost 4 or less at the bottom of its owner's deck. Then untap 1 energy. At the end of a turn, you untap it, so it attacks twice. It has unique, which is a bit annoying. 19k. And for free, if there are a total of 3 or more blue or yellow cards in your battle area or combo area, play this. The card is good.
Yeah. Right? Thank you. Cool. Glad you.
So if you play during your opponent's turn, it's a 1-drop 19k dual attack blocker, which is a 5-drop. So it's not stopped by a majority of the 4-cost stoppers. It is 19k, so it can be stopped by red counterplays. And it only moves 4-drop or less. But it's still a 1-drop dual attack blocker that restands at the end of a turn, so you can get a full facility of dual attack.
Yeah.
And it does it. I think where it comes from is you need to have 3 or more blue or yellow cards in your battle area and or combo area.
But that's so easy to do.
One thing that people forget is you can, for example, play Planet Sadala.
Yeah.
It doesn't say battle cards.
No, it doesn't. It don't
Planet
include
Sadala
unisons,
takes
'cause
1.
Unisons are in their own area, but
Yeah, Planet Sadala is 1, and then suddenly you have stuff to play, right? Planet Sadala was not that bad either.
exactly. I really like this
You
card.
can combo with your leader, and then you just need to have 1 card on board. Even if it's the card they're attacking, you can do this.
Yeah, exactly. I really like it. Honestly, I don't understand why people don't like it.
The card on its own is only good in Cabba. I would not run it anywhere else.
No, that's fair. But that's kind of the point of graded, though. We look at it like that. So I like it. Fight me. This card's good. It's getting my seal of approval.
It's good in Cabba. That's what I'm going to say. It's good in Cabba. I don't think I would run it, and maybe in Kale as well, because
of the energy.
Yeah, because any ramp deck or any deck that like Cabba can gain the energy back easily.
It's not mono, yeah. So actually, this could be really disgusting in Android 16
Yeah,
because all of it's
there is few options for this.
yeah, yeah,
And it's also activate main battle, which is the interesting thing.
yeah. So you can just play it for cheap and get draw too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Fight me. um, U6 combination. It's just a super combo, but it's a sparking 5 with printed 10, and then you get the draw. Obviously, at sparking 5.
Yeah.
This is really good in Cabba. Shock.
Oh god, we're getting a new Cabba. This one-drop Cabba Self-Awakener has a U6 tag.
Yeah, it's so good, and it's a critical. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
I'm still memeing that the first one did not have U6, but U6 was not a tag
Didn't
back
exist
then.
at that point. They were all aliens, but I love how they kept their aliens.
Yeah.
Alien tag. Like, they were consistent about it.
So how is Cabba an alien, but Goku and Vegeta are not?
Don't do that. Don't question. Don't. No. 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 They're Saiyans. Which.
How are the U6 Namekians aliens, but Piccolo is not?
Don't poke blood here. Don't do this. Aliens are from other universes.
Oh, so it's an alien exclusivity for universe.
No, I'm fairly certain there's some aliens from U7.
Yeah.
Just don't think about it. Just don't do it. Wait, no, there's definitely aliens from U7 because there's the aliens that on the planet that Beerus destroys, and you can play infinite of them.
Exactly.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, Bandai, I love you sometimes. Oh. Then we have Khalifa Rapid Riposte, which I love this card. I genuinely love this card.
It's a shame that it says a blue U6 leader. It works with Kefla Surge.
It's not mono blue. That's it. That's all I needed. It's the fact that it's not mono blue is what I was like, cool. Could just let's go. It's so good. It replaces itself. It's a cantrip, and if you want to play it as in blue kale, it helps you get a Kefla.
Yeah, it's one of the cards that you put under your leader, right?
Yeah. And I also like how it has some specification text that says you can still play tokens.
Yeah, it needed to be there.
Yeah, which is awesome. I love this card. I genuinely love this card. The fact that you pay it for one, like, and there's so many cheap kills, it just allows for pataring to be so much easier. Kefla Surge loves this card. Then we have U6 combination Kefla Khalifa, and it's okay.
It's just, I mean, it's for Kale, right?
Yeah, it's literally a Kale card. I would not play this card. Well, no, I would not play this card outside of Kale.
Well, no.
No.
Besides that, it's just a cantrip.
Yeah, it's... Then we get Kale Rampaging
Demon.
Not Raging Demon. Rampaging Demon. Which, yeah, I'll let you run through it. I think it's good.
I think it's good. Very, very specific decks, and I think that very specific deck is either Kale or Soul Striker.
Yeah, I think that's fair, right? Because we've seen Soul Striker is able to hit that 7. Like, it's why the Android 17 is so good. So it's... it's not bad, because we know it's it's possible, especially in the formats where it's been fast. It's like, it's possible to do. Like, it's a strong card. I don't like it's.
I mean, it throws me back to that set 2 meta where Soul Striker was playing the green Kale for finisher.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I mean, we even did that on our History of Dragon Ball Super card game. So, yeah.
So in this case, it's you play a blue Kale for your finisher with a barrier dual attack double strike.
Yeah.
30k.
And you get rid of.
I like the fact that it needs to be played without using skills. It's very specific, so you won't get this effect. Doesn't matter if your opponent plays it with skills or whatever else, you just don't get this effect. Which Clan of Terror actually can just fish this out from your hand.
Yeah,
if this is going to be prevalent, I think Traitor Dende might see some play.
There you go. There's a little sneaky side opinion there. But yeah, so we think it's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Very limited capability, but as far as it goes, it's a decent design
right?
because
Like,
it's essentially powering up depending how much energy you have.
yeah, yeah. I think that's a really fair shout on that. Kale U6 combination. Yeah, this is great. I really like it. It works for the Cabba. It works for Flosage. It's yeah.
It works for kale.
I yeah, like it literally just it helps Turbo Patara, and that's kind of the point. But it's also just really, really
It's a
good.
dormant potential on legs
Yeah,
or
and Kale.
topo,
Yeah,
whatever you want to call it.
I really like this card. Yeah, it's just really good.
If you're playing kale, it's a topo. Maybe this way around. It only works with kale that way.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
anything else, it's just negate an attack for 1.
Well, I mean, it's free in Cabba.
Yeah.
It's a free negate and body. Yeah. Kale ready to fuse. Interesting. I kind of get what they were going for. I don't think it's as good as I wish it was.
It's a shame that it only adds 3 or less.
That's yeah. That's my
I think you have a better searches in yellow in the old U6 stuff.
exactly. Sorry, Kale. You were almost okay.
I mean, that repeatable activate main is not bad.
No, it's not. But I don't know how long she'd stick around for you to be able to utilize
The
that.
fact is, she only adds blue, cauliflower, Kefla.
It's painful. It's painful.
Yeah, and you only look at the 3 cards, so it's very small chance you're actually going to hit anything.
Yeah. Like, if it was 5 or 7, I'd be more forgiving. But it's free.
If it was not blue, it was blue or yellow.
Oh, yeah, I'd take that if it was 3 cards for blue or yellow, because that's fair. But, slightly undercooked on that one, sadly. Hit on guard, I absolutely adore this card. To no one's surprise, I'm sure. You just evolve it on a hit with 3 or 4 cost. It's like, hello! I love it. Love it. It's also a negate, which, cool. Pay 3, negate an attack. Put a 25k.
It's double strike 25k, isn't it? So
yeah.
It's decent card. But I think the next hit is better.
Oh, yes. So this guy's critical McCool boy. He's a 2-drop. And he literally is just play this card, so you can do this in response to a unison if you really want to. And then
you bounce 1 battle card with cost 3 or less.
Exactly. It's good. It's just really solid.
You can choose when to play him. It's very important.
Cabba loves him. Cabba loves him. And also, so you combine this with the 1-drop Cabba. Probably you could even run the Goku as well if you really wanted to, and you could really focus on a blue critical deck, and that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, don't underestimate that, because Kale is critical, the blue Kale from set 7.
I mean, this card is good in any deck that runs blue, right? Because it always reduces its cost, doesn't matter what's your leader.
Well, yeah, that too. So
2-drop 15k that can bounce something early on and then threaten that critical is important.
Yeah. I hit really cool card. And also can be evolved on top of for 1.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool. Unending Evolution Kefla. She's fine. Don't hate her. Think she's cool.
Yeah. If you play her with your unison, you draw a card. Yeah. And then spin your opponent's card to the bottom.
Yeah. I do like how you can break her apart, though.
Sorry?
You can break her apart. So, you put her at the bottom and then you can go and get your 8-drop from your hand.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think that's cool. I think, like, it's like not evolve, it's just kind of powering up.
You can upgrade her and you can spin her back and then you can bring her out again.
Yeah.
With your son.
And then you get it. Then we have probably the best Kefla. This card's so good. This card's so good, man.
It's a shame this card doesn't cost 3.
Oh God, I wish. Oh my God. No, it's so good.
Yeah, definitely is one of the best cards for the deck.
It's so good for U6 in general. It's amazing in Kefla Surge. The activate main is absolutely phenomenal. The second activate main is fine. I
the
love
first
it.
one is the important one, right?
It's just so good. It's just so good. Like, you can evolve on top of it. Ah, there's so much to love about this card. Ah, it's so good. Just, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I mean, we have seen how the cheap card selection works in King Vegeta, right?
Yes.
When switching gears, right?
Yes. We've seen how good that works. So yeah, it's very nice indeed. We get Winnie the Pooh as a 20k skillless, which is nice. I respect it. I like Winnie the Pooh. We get Thomas the Tank Engine and as a
It's the second one for him
Pardon?
as a free drop 30k, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's the second one for free drop 30k for him, isn't it?
Is
For
it?
Magetta. I
Oh,
think
I
so.
didn't realize that. If it isn't, that's awesome. I'll just be like, here is my army of Magetta. Fear me, for I am death, destroyer of worlds. Scott, he's a train. Shh, don't worry about it. I did pull one of these guys in foil as well, so that's awesome. Then we have some more Frost action.
Yeah, we needed to see some Frost, right?
Yeah.
Frosty tips.
And this is like buff Frost, which is always a form that kind of weirds me out. Like, I don't know why. Like, Skinny Frost, when he's like this, I get, and it's cool. But buff Frost, it's like, oh, I don't like it. I know it's meant to be like when Frieza was like all buff and small, but it just,
Yeah, it's 100%.
like it just doesn't. It's weird. It's weird. This guy has deflect. He has a kind of interesting effect. They keep trying things like this with Frost, and I always appreciate them trying, but they've not managed to bring it together cohesively. This is probably the closest they've done with it.
The problem I have with this is you need to place all the cards under him into the drop area. You can't just go one by one.
Yeah, you just gotta go poof. And
Yeah.
then it's like, well, how do I do this next turn? It's like, well, you don't.
Yeah, it's kind of like one trick pony, right?
Yeah.
Then the free drop that lets you do it. It is also a very interesting way of evolving.
Right?
Because this full drop Frost doesn't have evolve skill, which is weird.
Yeah, I think that's so you can't do the shenanigans with the set 1/1.
The red one, right?
Yeah.
The free drop just has barrier, so it's easy to keep it around, and then you pay 2 at the start of your main phase. So after you charge, you can pay 2 blue, and you play the full drop on top of this.
Yeah. Has to be from hand though. Kinda wish it was from deck.
And I don't, cause the full drop spins. If you could tutor that spin.
Oh,
no.
yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, you're right actually. But yeah, it's cool. It's interesting. At least it has barrier. Like I said, it's just weird. Like,
I mean, you play it on turn 2 as a 2-drop. Spin one of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode if they have any, and the next turn you pay 2 and play a 4-drop if you have it in hand.
I mean, I do like how it works with Frieza as well, which I think's really a nice little touch there.
Yeah.
Didn't have to include that, but the fact that it's there, awesome.
It's very thematic. It's nice when they do things like that.
Yeah.
It's going to create some problems at some point, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean...
Also, we haven't seen any good Frieza cards in recent times, have we? No, we haven't.
Have we not?
No. Can't remember.
No, Robotic Repulsed is pretty good.
Okay. And there's the counterplay, Charismatic Villain, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, I mean, if we're going that far back, yeah, there's probably some good Friezas.
I was talking just UW, but yeah. There was a leader there for a moment, but then they forgot about it. Totally.
Frost Evolutionary Milestone is fine. Probably too costly.
It's not. It's a 2-drop tutor.
Yeah.
Why is it a 2-drop tutor?
I don't understand. Is it because it has blocker? Is it because it's 10k? Like, that doesn't matter. Bad Bandai. Make it a 1-drop. Change it quickly. Even though the cards are already printed. Change it now. Then we have Dr. Rota, which you explained why this is important for having in the set.
Then we have Saunal, Universe 6 combination.
Which, it's a bodyguard, but...
It's exactly bodyguard, it just doesn't have Saiyan tag, it has the Namekian tag. Oh, it doesn't have alien tag!
Wait, what? Why does it... Why have they... Did they not have aliens before? Did they have alien before?
Maybe they didn't.
Oh my god. I'm so confused. What are the rules? What are the rules? But this could be potentially good for Namekians in future. It's kind of Namekian support. I probably won't be playing these guys. I'm not gonna.
No, Purina is flat out bad.
Yeah, it's unfortunately. But then we have a really cool card with U6 Assemble. Really cool card. And I already thought we had U6 Assemble, but I guess
So did
not.
I, because we had the whole set with you something assemble, but then we didn't have the U7 assemble there.
No, but there isn't a U7 Assemble, but there's the card that has the artwork that would be used. It's very strange. Very
Oh no,
strange.
there is a U7 assemble because it was printed for the Invoker deck.
Is there?
I'm quite sure.
I don't think it's called U7 Assemble though,
Maybe.
because it got an event pack reprint. Anyway, U6 Assemble really strong. The fact that it has the activate battle is super weird and interesting. Because it's like you can combo with something, but it gets minus 5k power. But I mean, sure, weird but cool. I mean, this is mainly, it could be to help, I guess, with arrival. I don't know. Ah,
Which one are you looking at? Because I got myself lost
Assemble.
looking at assemble cards. Assemble still, yeah?
Yeah, I still like it. I need foils of it. Oh, I could get it in pre-release stamp as well.
I mean, technically, you can get a 0-cost 5k combo from this. If your leader is U6, when you activate battle, and you choose a 10k card, it becomes a 5k, so it's essentially a 0-cost 5k combo.
Yeah.
Or it can allow you to do more arrival shenanigans.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say mono blue.
Ah, that'll be it.
You can grab a multicolor card.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be it. That's why you're minusing the 5k combo off of it. So, yeah, you just combo in multicolor from the drop. Yeah. No, that's it. Sister's Determination is fantastic. I love it so much. It's essentially an additional super combo. Which is why it's limited. But it's also a negate if you really need to use the negate. And it's like, what's it called? Violent Rays?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's essentially Violent Rays.
It's a great card. It's a great card. It's, if your leader is U6, which is perfect because that means it works with all of them. Yay, Bandai! It's a good one. I like this card a lot. Definitely worth it.
Yeah, the card is locked into U6 though, so it's
a good thing.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
On the other hand, why is Violent Rays not locked into anything?
Because Violent Rays is crazy good, and they've reprinted it like 3 times. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Negate the attack if your leader card is a Universe 6 card. Play up to 1 Universe 6, which I think is we don't see enough of like this type of negate on an extra card. We talked about it in yesterday's video with the skillless village monster being played. But this I like a lot better. The fact that it negates the skills is very important though, because you could play a lot of really dumb stuff.
A lot of 1-drops for U6 just have stupid skills.
Yeah. But this is really handy in terms of getting an extra Patara character on board, or just
the materials for Awakened Sister, or whatever is the name of those.
Exactly, yeah. So like it's a really solid card, and it also negates the attack as well as playing the card. So I think it's really valuable, especially, I mean, obviously in U6 because playing U6s. And then it has a really interesting activate main, which I think is super cool. Like if your leader is U6 and you can plus all your 5k plus 5k to all your Saiyan U6s, that's really cool.
But it's 2 energy for that.
Is it?
1 to activate a card and 1 to pay for the activate main.
Oh, I'm dumb. I thought it was just 1 energy.
No, because you activate it from hand, so you need to pay the cost of the card and the cost of the skill.
Okay. Slightly less good, but still cool.
You know, for the counter attack, it's amazing.
Yeah. Then mentors.
Because you have no additional cost to bring out that 1-drop.
Yeah, that's true. It's just negate the attack and play a 1-drop.
Yeah.
From your drop, so you're not even losing a card from hand.
Yeah.
Mentor's Rescue is a very interesting card. Very thematic card. I think there's only like a select few Vegetas that can be played
Yeah.
with this. Not,
Yeah.
but it's interesting, and I'm kind of excited to see where they go with it.
It's thematic.
It's
I'll give
very
it
thematic,
that.
yeah.
It's thematic.
I mean, it's a common, right? Like, we're not expecting the most expensive, like, broken effect in the
To
world.
be honest, uh, I'm going to say the card is actually amazing
Okay,
for one specific reason.
I'm listening.
It's deck thinning, right? You get the body on board.
Yeah,
You make your opponent worry about that body potentially. I don't know what Vegeta's U7 Vegeta with blocker. That's
it's a small pool. It's a small pool.
I can imagine. Does it need to be blue?
Yeah,
Yes. So that's even smaller.
it's. I think it's a Dragon Brawl card, if I can remember off the top of my head. I think it's a Dragon Brawl card that gets played. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm actually looking it up now because I'm curious what it can play.
I mean, this is the last card of the thing, so while you look that card up and tell us what it can be played, overall, I'm going to give blue an S. I am in love from a lore standpoint. I'm in love from a theme standpoint. In love from a playability standpoint. I think there's some really good generic cards. A really potentially really good one in the form of Hit. But overall, there's so many nice utility cards in here. Really brings U6 back to the forefront. We kind of haven't seen them for a little while. They had their heyday in set 7. Hopefully this brings them back. Ramp is technically back in a different way. Potara's kind of come back in a different way. Lots of different introduced tools. Like we mentioned, Hit can be used in other decks. So yeah, overall, S for me.
So I like what they did. The only problem I have with all of this that's stopping me from putting it as is it's U6.
Okay.
As in, we don't have a match. They're not enemies.
Okay.
They're friends. So technically, all the cards work with both leaders unless they specifically name them. And I'm moving away further and further from liking cards to name specific characters that they work with.
That's fair. No, I think that's a fair criticism.
So it doesn't make me that happy. At the same time, they're both very interesting and distinct enough play styles that you can see which card belongs to which archetype, which we did struggle in the past.
Yeah.
Looking at some, it's like, so is this archetype or this archetype? And we couldn't work it out.
Yeah.
So I am happy that they're distinct enough, but I'm unhappy that it's 2U6. I would rather if they split it blue and yellow, for example.
Yeah, I can see that.
If
Yeah.
they wanted to do 2U6, or if they made the starter deck for U6 again. Something along those lines.
Yeah. So overall grade then.
I'm going to go with A. It's still solid. It's still very interesting cards. Yeah.
All right, cool.
And also that Vegeta you can play with that final card we looked at, Mentos Rescue, is absolutely bonkers for Cabba. Have you read what it does?
You only get the blocker.
Is it negated?
It negates its skills for the game.
Oh, then it's not.
And on that note,
Because otherwise it would restand an energy at the start of your opponent's turn.
no, it's skills in the game for the game. And on that note, guys, if you've enjoyed this, hit that like button. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you think if you have a different grade, if you think it's an F, if you think it's an S, let us know in the comments below. And anything in between, obviously, don't just if you think it's an F or an S. Like, obviously, I meant if you think it's a C or a B or... Guys, you know how the alphabet works. I hope. Maybe? Do you?
Yeah, so it's S, A, B, C.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's how it goes. And of course, hit that subscribe button. We do graded for every set that introduces new cards. And of course, we'll have some gameplay from this new set at some point. But come back tomorrow where we're going to We're going to tackle probably one of the most iconic sagas of all of Dragon Ball, the Saiyan Saga with green Saiyan Showdown cards. Bye!